good morning. So today we are gonna go over adjectives. It's just another part of speech, just like nouns, pronouns, proper nouns, verbs. This is just gonna be another part of speech that we can add to our toolbox to improve our writing skills and enhance the way that we write. So adjectives are super fun. This is one of my favorite parts of speech. It's a really creative way to make your writing more interesting and detailed. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Just to provide you all with a definition of adjectives, they are words or phrases that name an attribute added to or grammatically related to a noun to modify or describe it. So adjectives are going to be words that typically come before nouns, and then they are words that we use to describe those nouns, or proper nouns, so places, people, things, weather, feelings. You can also take nouns and add endings to them, such as ish, ick, airy, full, to make nouns into adjectives. So I know that we're just getting started and you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. We're going to start with a video to introduce this. That way you guys can see something fun and entertaining as a way to get your mind wrapped around adjectives just as an introduction. You'll see several examples and it's just a really cute video. So we're going to start with this.
Begin our show, unpack your adjectives.
Got home from camping last spring. Saw people, places, and things we barely had in mind. Friends asked us to describe the people, places, and every last thing. So we unpacked our adjectives. I unpacked frustrated and burst. Reached in and found the word worst. Then I picked sorry and next I picked froggy and then I was ready to tell them my tale. 'Cause I'd unpacked my adjectives. Adjectives are words you use to really describe things. Handy words to carry around. Daisy, sunny, or the rainy. Boys are dumb or else they're brainy. Adjectives can show you which way. Adjectives are often used to help us compare things. To say how thin, how fat, how far, how tall. Girls who are tall get taller. Boys who are small get smaller. Till one is the tallest, another is the smallest of all. We hiked along without care. Then we ran into a bear. He was a hairy bear. He was a scary bear. We beat a hasty retreat from his lair and described him with adjectives.
Whoa! Oh, that was one big ugly bear.
You can even make adjectives out of the other parts of speech, like verbs and nouns. All you have to do is tack on an ending, like ick, ish, or ill. For example, this boy can grow up to be a huge man, but still have a boyish face. Boy is a noun, but the ending ish makes it an adjective, boyish. That describes the huge man's face. Get it? Next time you go on a trip, remember this little tip. The minute you get back, then let's confess a fact. You can describe people, places, and things. Simply unpack your adjectives. You can do it with adjectives.
Okay, so I just thought that would be a really fun and helpful way to get things started. As you can see in the video, they described how they felt about their camping trip, they described the weather, they described the bear that they encountered. So adjectives, again, are those words that we use to describe nouns. They're also used for creating comparisons. They tend to provide more detail when we're writing, so they make our writing a little bit more creative, a little bit more interesting to read. They really provide more insight and make our writing a little bit more fun just by providing those descriptive details. So again, they do usually come before the noun. You can also modify nouns to turn them into adjectives the way that we saw some of the examples in the video. So we'll go ahead and get started just with a group activity, just to kind of get our feet wet. So we're gonna just go around the room, and I know that we've only seen this video, so we'll just go one by one, and if everyone could just provide me with an example of an adjective. You don't need to be embarrassed if you're not sure. We can think of one together, and if you're incorrect, we'll just go ahead and correct it, and you can go again with another chance to provide a correct example. So we'll just go straight down the line, one by one, just really quickly. Everyone just go ahead and say one word, just one adjective. Just remember it's a descriptive word, so think about when you're talking about the weather or the color of something, or how something tastes, or how you're feeling. So those are some things to keep in mind as you're thinking of your adjective, just in case someone takes one that you've already come up with. Let's try to keep them all different. So maybe have 3 or just a couple on hand in case yours gets taken. So we'll just go one by one, right down the line. Okay, so now that we have each given our examples and we're getting a little bit more comfortable using adjectives and what they are and what they mean, we're going to do a kind of casual class group activity. So here are just 4 Bible verses. These are kind of like some real life examples of adjectives that we'll see day to day. So what we'll do is I'll just have 4 volunteers who want to come up to the board and the smart board, and we'll use the highlighter, and we'll just go Bible verse by Bible verse and highlight the adjectives, only the adjectives that are in each Bible verse. So it'll just be 4 people, and then you'll take the whole Bible verse. So the first person will do this one, the second person will do this one, and so on. If the person who comes up here misses one or highlights incorrectly, please do not yell or call them out. We will review it as a group together, and then maybe have a couple more volunteers come up to either catch the ones that were missed or come back through and highlight the correct ones for any that were incorrect, because I just want to make sure that you guys do understand the ones that are correct in this. That way you guys don't get confused. So we'll just go, anyone who wants to come up, just raise your hand, and I'll just pick the first 4 people, and then maybe a couple people to make any corrections. So we'll just get started with that. Okay, so now that we've had some time, we've seen a video, and we participated in a group activity. We went one by one, informally giving some examples. This is going to be a graded assessment. So what you're going to do is you're just going to get out a piece of paper, and you're going to number 1 through 20. You're going to write out each word. So 1, 2, 3, like this. You're going to write out each word, and then beside that, you're going to write either yes, it is an adjective, or no, it is not. So I will give you an example of the first one, so everybody should get the first one correct. We'll start with yellow. So that's a color that describes something, because either the sun or your ball or your shirt, it's yellow. So it's describing that object or that noun, or the thing that you're wearing, your appearance, what have you. So everyone should get that correct. The first one's yellow, and that is an adjective. So the rest you'll do 2, 3, 4, and you'll just write them down, and then write whether or not you do think it is an adjective or not. Please do not talk with your neighbors. This is an individual assignment. When you're finished, just come up and place your completed assignment on my desk, and then you can either read silently, or you can log on to No Red Ink and play some interactive interactive activities involving adjectives. So either one of those, but please be quiet so that everyone has a chance to finish. Okay, so to end the lesson, we're just going to do kind of another group activity to wrap it up. I really want you guys to make sure, I really want to make sure that you guys understand how to use adjectives correctly, because this is such a great tool for writing, and it's just a really fun way to make your writing more unique and personalize it a little bit. It's also, I know that you guys are already using these day to day, because I know that you go home and talk to your parents or talk to your friends and describe how your day was, or you talk about your new toys that you got on Christmas with your friends. So you guys are already using adjectives so much in your day-to-day life. You just may not have realized it, and this is just a great tool to add to your writing. So just to wrap it up, we're going to come up to the board. Everyone's going to come to the board. We'll maybe do like 2 or 3 people at a time, just to speed things along, but I don't want it to get too crowded up here. And we're just going to write one word about how you feel about learning. So just come up to the smartboard and grab the pen, and then just write one word that describes how you feel about learning. Okay, and then just a quick note, these are just some supplemental or study materials for you guys. I'll post this so that your parents can view this as well. Just if you have extra time when you finish assignments, like I said, no red ink. There's also some great study materials if you're struggling, or if you just want extra help, or you just want to practice. There's a quiz coming up. There's some great tools here. So this is interactive. These are some other games where you can practice using your adjectives. Please just focus on adjectives. I included the link for that. And then this is more of like a guided dictionary, so it will explain what adjectives are, how to use them, provide examples, highlight the correct ones, just in case you're unclear when you're reading through sentences where the adjective is or what it is. This is great. It's more like a study guide. And then here's just another YouTube video that goes more in depth with adjectives, so it's great just to kind of review using these things while you're at home, after you finished your homework, or before bed, or before a quiz is coming up, especially if you're having difficulty understanding in the classroom, or there's like a little bit that you're struggling with. Your parents can get involved. Again, I'll post this for them. So just some additional material so that you guys have a very clear understanding of what adjectives are and how to use them.